you know that beautiful saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I just wanted to create something that kind of looked at it from that perspective, but also looked at it that, look, maybe we are all slightly accountable in some way.
Hey, calm down, mister, can I watch your car? Not my words, but the words of our next guest, who is... I like to take the mickey out of him because I'm going to say this now, then get it out of the way, because he's one of the finest actors to ever come out of the United Kingdom of Great Britain.
I think that's fair. That's a fair comment.
Where the compliments are going to end. Right. Good morning, Stephen Graham.
Good morning, Stephen.
Good morning.
How are you?
Some chap S's.
I remember the days back in the day where you would come up early and be only too delighted to be on a Zoom or come into the studio with us.
Yeah.
Now we've got to pre-record on your terms.
No, that's not fair.
On your terms.
No, not my terms.
When you wake up in the morning these days, do you have to go, now, which one of my soon-to-be award-winning productions am I promoting today?
No. But it has been a bit of a whirlwind of late.
Wow, hasn't it just? So, the show we're talking about this morning with Stephen is Adolescence. It is the new crime drama on Netflix that came out last week. This is tough for me because I love to take the mickey out of you because I like making you laugh. Yeah. But the subject matter of this is, well, it's serious enough. And it's quite a tough one. Would you like to tell us all what it's about?
Okay, let's get the serious nature of the show out the way and then we can have some fun. Yes. With all due respect. It started when I read an article, and it was an article about a young boy who'd stabbed a young girl to death. And it just, it made me feel cold. And then a couple of months later, there was a piece on the news, and it was about a young boy who'd stabbed a young girl to death. And if I'm really honest with you, it hurt my heart. Yeah. And these two incidences were opposite ends of the country. And I just thought, why? Why is this happening? Not just because I'm a father, but I think, any kind of human being with an ounce of moral compass can look at that kind of situation and think, what's happening? What's going on with society today that we're entering this kind of era where there was like 4, 5, 6, 7 cases of young boys, and I'm going to call them young boys, they're not men, stabbing girls to death. And I just, that beautiful saying, it takes a village to raise a child. I just wanted to create something that kind of looked at it from that perspective, but also looked at it that, look, maybe we are all slightly accountable in some way. Be that parents, be that school, be that government, community, society. And now, look, let's be completely honest. When I was a kid, when we were kids, we didn't have these kind of things. But today, the internet is as much of a teacher and a parent to our children as we can be. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And that was kind of where it came from.
It's a tough subject matter, but the drama has received unbelievable reviews. And I know some people listening will have already binge watched it because it's 4 episodes. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah.
Right, let's lift the mood then. Your opening line in episode 1, if I'm right in saying, it's not even acting, isn't it? It's right. You put your hands up in the air and you go, "I haven't done anything." How often do you say that at home to Hannah?
Quite often, actually. Yeah, Eddie, you're right. Eddie's opening line is something that gets said in our house loads.
I haven't done
really
anything.
Does. I haven't done anything. Yeah. No, see, that's really. Our Alfie used to say that, and when he'd go, "I haven't done nothing," and I go, "But have you?" And he'd go, "Do you know what, Dad? The teachers are saying this and they're saying that," and I'd go, "Yeah, but did you do it?" And he'd go, "Yeah." I'd be like, "Well, son, if you don't do it, you can't say it." Do you know what I mean?
The other thing that a joke. The only other thing that's not very realistic about, if you don't mind me saying so, the show is without giving too much away, the opening scene, and they burst into the son's bedroom, and that's just not realistic because at that age, no one's allowed in the bedroom. But be like, "Get out of my room! God, do I get no privacy in this house? Son, we're the police. I don't care who you are. Get out! Look at the sign. My room, keep out." Obviously, I didn't behave like that when I was younger.
No, you would have
my
done
dad
that.
would have clattered me.
Of course he would, yeah.
In fact, he wouldn't. He'd have just gone, "Oi!" And then that would have been it.
And then you didn't say boots.
Oh, he wouldn't even need to come up the stairs.
No. Did you get the look?
Oh, got the look.
There was a look, and it was like, whoa.
I remember.
My ma used to give me the look more though.
Yeah.
When I got that look off my ma, that was it. All bets were off. I'd just be like, boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a different time, though, isn't it? Because, when we were young, it was fine, if your mum gave you a slap on the legs or your dad threw you through a window. You kind of expected it.
Because it was with love.
It was with
Do you know
love.
what I mean?
You know,
It was with love, wasn't
if
it?
my dad found out I'd not been to school for 2.5 weeks, he'd just chuck me through a window, whatever like that.
Set fire to your legs, whatever it was.
And then the neighbours, right? We lived at number 9, so across the road at number 11, all of a sudden they're having the tea or watching Emmerdale. I go smashing through their window. And of course, Mr. Johnson across the road had gone, "What have you done for him to do that?" So they knew it was different.
Why have you pushed your dad to them limits?
Exactly right.
There's a lot of executive producers on this show. What do they do? Does some do some work and some just have their names under the word executive producer?
That's a really diplomatic way of talking about executive producers. Some executive producers are on set and getting really involved in developing script and things like that, and other executive producers have conversations with people behind the scenes. So each one is integral and each one should bring a different skill to the table.
Lovely. Was Brad Pitt rolling his sleeves up at 6 o'clock every morning, every day for filming? Was he?
He wasn't there for filming, but he was there right at the very beginning with the concept and the conversation about what we were trying to do and then how we may take this to whatever we take it to try and get it made.
How long is the process? Because it came out last week.
Yeah.
How long would this, from you going, there's a story in these stories?
Well, it was the idea I had in my head after that. And like I just said, after watching that thing on the news and reading in the paper as well, it was the idea I had in my head. And then kind of we spoke about it, me and Phil, because we were approached to do the series. And then I spoke with Hannah and how we were going to put it all together. And Hannah said, "Who do you want to write it?" And I said, "I want Jack Thorne to write it."
Right.
Because to me, Jack's one of the finest writers we have in this country. He writes the human condition beautifully, do you know what I mean? He's amazing. So that was that, and then we kind of got that off the ground. Warp came in with us straight away because I knew that they could handle all of the kind of, the semantics and all of the logistical kind of stuff, and we had Plan B already as one of our partners. So
Plan B is Brad Pitt's company.
Yeah.
So we already had that kind of team together, so we'd assembled that kind of team, and then it was basically, we got the green light, Jack wrote the scripts, we filmed it when Owen was 13, he's now 15, so if you think about that time frame, maybe 3 years, let's say 3 years, possibly, which is good going, really.
Well, especially from the original idea to then shooting it. If he's 15 now, then that would have been just a year from you going, there's something in this, to then being filming. That's very quick. Yeah. Your other half, Hannah, is here, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Let's bring her in so she can sit here, so I can not ask her any questions because I'm not gonna promote any of her stuff until she reads my script, of course. But the thing is, listen, I'm sticking up for you, right? Because I know what she's like. She's a bully, right? She's in charge at home, so I'm gonna.
She runs things, she runs the ship.
Not in this studio. She doesn't, my friend.
Do you get the look, Stephen, that stops everything?
That's a yes.
Yeah. That's a diplomatic yes.
I think we all do, don't we?
Yeah.
From Hannah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anybody who's ever met her.
Yeah.
And it was, you've got that look. Let me ask you, can I ask you, here she is at the window. Let's just ignore her. When she walks in, we'll just ignore her. When you, just ignore her. When you were filming this, so the line that they're using to talk about it is it's one shot. It's one continuous shot. Is it actually one shot?
Yeah, honest to God.
Really?
It's all one shot.
Why would you do that, though? Because what if you're 53 minutes in and someone goes, "John, Bob, God damn it, you've got to..."
Well, that's the risk that you take, isn't it? And
just ignore it. Keep talking to me. I'm in charge. I'll protect you.
I'm staring at
you. Shut up, you. I'm not acknowledging.
Kick you under the table.
You be quiet, you.
Yeah. The whole reason for it being one shot is so you can grab the audience straight away and take them on a journey. Do you know what I mean? That was the whole kind of motivation.
Which is brilliant. That's brilliant. And the first 5 minutes, you're in straight away. You're absolutely in.
That's what you wanted to do.
You physically are in. You literally burst through the door.
Yeah.
But isn't that's a nightmare?
Of course,
to do.
But then it's the same respect. Don't
look at her. Look at me. I've got your back.
Can't do that.
I've got
That's
your back.
impossible.
Son. I've got your back. Don't be scared of her.
All right, love.
That's not Dom, that's Hannah.
Let's be honest, it's a partnership, but where would she be without you? Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying.
We're having words.
Oh yeah. When you've read the script, I'll interview you. So in the meantime, you've had your moment this year on the birthday show. I ain't scared of her. I owe her nothing until she greenlights the script, and then I'll suck up to her. But I don't need to. Stephen. I'm my own man, me.
You're boring. You're so boring.
Yeah, that's right. You love me. You love it. Just admit it. Just admit it. Admit it.
Right. So
Just talk over him. Talk over him.
Okay.
Do you ad-libbing? Is there room for ad-libbing in that?
With the process, we shoot it over 3 weeks. So what happens is we're all on set for 3 weeks, and the first week is the actors and the director Phil going through the script, and we also have Jack there as well, who's the writer. So we have myself and Jack, and we kind of really cut the script to shreds. You know what I mean? We look at it, we really understand it. We work out the relationships, and we work out all the kind of the subtext behind what's happening, and we get it to a place where it's really tight, isn't it? It becomes really watertight, like a play.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, Matt, our amazing DOP, Matt comes in.
Director of photography.
Yeah,
very good.
Well done.
Well done. Yeah.
Okay.
So Matt
You'll
comes.
need to know that if you're making your own show.
Yeah. Well, if you read the script, then maybe we'll actually make one.
Okay. Look, we're going to read the script, aren't you?
Yeah, I will. Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah. Whatever.
Just don't tell him.
Yeah. It's literally, it's a BAFTA-winning script, and then she's just sitting
right,
there.
we'll have a look.
She's using it to prop up that wobbly table in the dining room.
So the second week, Matt comes in, and the whole crew, so all of the crew are in there. Our sound department, every single person is in there, and we work it out together. We work out the logistics, and we kind of choreograph it to, within the finest of details. So all the props people are in there, everyone's in there, most of the crew are in there and helping, us understand where we're going to be and what we're doing and why we're doing it. And then that third week, we shoot. So you do 2 takes a day. So we turn over around about 10:30 in the morning, and then we'll come back again in the afternoon because everything has to be reset. And especially with respect to that first episode, you're coming in through the door. There's a beautiful shot as you come in with the police officers, as you go up through the estate, through the normal council estate, you know what I mean? You come in, you go up that estate, and it's like something out of Lehane, I think. It's so beautiful the way the camera moves. And then you come in through the front door, and then you have that kind of voyeuristic element through it. But then we're on it, we're watching it, and we go with it, and we go in the car with the kids when he goes to the police station, which again, we have to, our set designers are fantastic, aren't they? Because there's a real location, which is the estate, and then there's the studio, which is the police station.
Yeah.
That was all built.
Right.
So then we move around the whole...
We had to find the estate that was within 2 to 3 minutes of the studio, because we knew we'd spend 2 or 3 minutes in the car.
In the car.
Right,
car.
okay. What?
It's like...
It's fascinating, that.
It is. Yeah, but I just... What if you're like halfway through and someone goes, Stephen, God damn it.
That happened once.
Did it?
Yeah, that happened once.
It happened in Ashley's episode.
Oh, you've grassed them up.
Is that Ashley, did you say, Hannah?
Ashley screwed up.
Yeah.
Wow, unbelievable. What an
It's
amateur.
not as cool as everybody
What an amateur.
That's typical
what
Ashley.
Ashley the amateur.
You've
Yeah.
grassed
You
them
don't
up.
mind me saying.
Yeah, but basically what that does, though, imagine it. Look, you know how exciting it is that, when you're doing live stuff and, it's like a place.
Well, this should have been live, but your schedule's a nightmare. But go on.
I would have done it live.
What, the interview?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not talking to you. So anyway.
So that third week we shoot it, you know what I mean? But what it does is it marries both of those beautiful mediums. So you have that live kind of natural fiery nature and the excitement of stage with it being live, but you also have that beautiful kind of technical element of film and television acting, which is naturalism.
Well, listen,
so you bring the two of them together.
It's an amazing piece. As I said, it's got amazing reviews, and and I've at the time of recording this, I've watched the first 5 minutes of it, which I know isn't a lot, but it's still more effort that I put into than Hannah put into reading my script. So this is, I should have read the whole thing. I'd have watched the whole thing.
I just want to say, though, before we go, I just want to say that young Owen Cooper is absolutely outstanding.
Didn't mess up once like Ashley.
No, didn't mess up once. But when he came to do episode 3, which they shot first, he was off page. And this is a kid who has never acted before.
Really?
We saw over 500 young lads, right?
Wow.
Never acted in anything before.
Never.
That's incredible.
Play. I think he'd done a
he hadn't
school
even
play.
done a school play, love. No, he hadn't done a school play.
Yeah, love. Yeah.
No.
Pipe out.
No, he hadn't done a school play, love, honestly. He went to a little drama group in Manchester where he'd gone like once a week or something for a little bit of time. But
That's incredible.
He'd never done anything before. And he is a unique talent. We saw over 500 young lads. And purposefully, we wanted to create an opportunity to try and kickstart a young career. Do you know what I mean? That's what we wanted to do. We didn't want anyone who had loads of experience or, who was with a big agency. We wanted to try and create, because that's the ethos that we go by, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can only keep what you have by giving it away.
Yeah,
That's nice.
That's incredible.
And well, let's hope this kid goes on to have an amazing career.
But he's already working with... what's her name?
Margot Robbie.
Margot Robbie.
That's not work. That's a fantasy.
Where did it all go wrong?
Well, it'll be nice
Yeah.
because for the rest of his career, every chat show he does, they'll show him a picture of that first thing he ever did, where basically he peed his PJs, and so he's always got that to thank you
You're
for.
welcome,
hasn't he?
Owen.
Yeah, he'll be like that. Thanks for that, guys. Pretty much the opening shot. Thanks a bundle. Thank you.
But what that does, though, that's very clever, because what that does is that shows you how frightened he is.
Oh, listen, I got
That
it.
shows you the possible vulnerability, and hopefully that makes the audience go, there's no way this kid's done it.
Yeah.
Well, it just shows you how frightened he is, or if in Dominic's case, how old he is.
Well, I mean, it
'cause
works both
that's-
ways.
That's what happens.
Yeah, how many times do you go a night, Dom?
Yeah. Do you know, I don't. I've got a freakishly strong bladder.
Have?
He goes every. He
I'm looking
goes.
you dead in the eye, telling you you've got a freakishly strong
No, you
bladder.
look-
That's
Is
Is that
Right,
good.
making
you
you a
look-
bit jealous, love?
How
How many times are you going in?
4 sometimes.
Are you
5.
serious?
This can't be the end of the interview.
I just go once. I'm very regular. I go every morning 7 o'clock, but I don't get out of bed till 7:45.
Hey! There it is. There it is.
Oh dear.
And that's the only one you know about.
Everybody watch it. Adolescence. It is on Netflix now, starring the great Stephen Graham and co-produced maybe by Hannah. Lovely to see you, Stephen. Hannah. All the best to you both, but especially you, Stephen. And give my love to the family, especially that little scamp of a lad of yours.
Now come here and give me a kiss, you.
Get lost. Ladies and gentlemen, Hannah and Mr. Stephen Graham.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The Chris Moyles Show.